Hey there, it's Karen Wright, your local real estate agent in Wichita, Kansas and the surrounding areas. So today I just wanted to give you a little bit of what I'm seeing over the last several days, last week in the market in Wichita, Kansas. This made me think to share. I had somebody in Arizona looking to come out here, and so was asking me these questions. So just kind of wanted to go over what my buyers are seeing, what I tell the buyers as far as like how much things are going over contract and asking. And I do have a good piece of good information a little bit down the line, so stay tuned for that. So basically, I wanted to kind of talk about what I'm seeing as far as going over asking. So typically when I'm working with buyers, and now if they don't follow anything on the media and stuff like that, they're a little shocked with what they have to put in over asking. So it's a little bit of a learning curve. Sometimes you have to put some offers and have them lose it to let them realize, in this market, in this year, we are asking, buying houses as is, releasing all the contingencies that typically we would put, not doing inspections. We do write offers, though, still, that protects the buyer to where they can get out of it, even if they do a informational only purpose for an inspection. They have to agree to all that, like if there's any huge issue from it that they can get out of the contract. But basically, right now we're doing appraisal gaps, no inspections or no repairs asking, buying as is, that whole thing. But I want to kind of go over what I've seen, and just because I think it's a little shocking, but I'm not trying to shock you. I'm just trying to, and I have, like I said, some good news about the market, hopefully. But so what somebody had posted on our, internal page that, there was 3 offers he'd gotten recently that were $30K over. So, that's huge. And like I said, I tend to say, maybe about 10 to 20K. But also, I've also seen recently 5K over has received it. In fact, one was a fixer-upper that was 5K over, so not super bad. And they did end up writing it in a way that they were able to ask for some repairs. I have a recent buyer that, on a great note, they only had to go $6,000 over, and it was a gorgeous house. Now, an older neighborhood, where I would say the majority of houses are, worth a lot less, but this remodel and this house, absolutely gorgeous. So it did surprise me, it only went 6K over. And the funny part of the story is they actually did not get it in the beginning because they were only going 5K over. They had a good appraisal gap with it, but I was like, oh, they're not going to get it because only 5K over for this gorgeous, it impressed me, the remodel on it. And so, but on a great note, we were showing houses about a week or so later, and I was literally with them. So it was really kind of a cool moment where I saw the call come in, and I knew it was that agent. And I was like, ooh, is this good news? And it was, picked it up, and she's like, we may be canceling the contract. And so, so of course my buyers were completely into it. My Mrs. Buyer, he was like, I've been dreaming about that house. And even like I said, it was gorgeous, so we're in the process of that. But yeah, that only went 6K over and then 5K over. But so yeah, I have heard like from one agent, like 3 of his went 30K over. But I just had to share this one because this was just shocking to me. I cold call. So I was cold calling around this neighborhood, or I was getting a new house to call around. And I looked it up, and it's an agent from our place, and I was like, no, really? Did that go 45K over? And the reason that shocks me is, maybe in the $400,000 area, I know a recent real estate agent with us had put a 40K over offer and did not get it. But that was a 400K plus house. So, for this house, it was $170,000. It's like right by 235 and just north of Zoo Boulevard. And I listed for $169 and sold for $206. I heard it appraised. The agent did give me more information. Appraised for $200. So buyer did bring 6K more, for the appraisal gap at the end of the day. So it appraised for pretty close to the 45K over. But I'm not trying to scare you. I'm almost saying that when that's an anomaly. And when I'm talking to buyers, just put in where your comfort zone is. We educate. The goal of this YouTube is actually to educate buyers in Wichita and let them know, this is kind of what I'm seeing. Like I said, potentially 10 to 20K over. Sometimes it's 5. So, and we do write escalation clauses to kind of protect and, make them not pay as much, if the other offers aren't as high up. I can explain that to you more later. And one discussion I will say, got my little notes here. One discussion I will say we did have yesterday is some, make sure you're working with an experienced agent, because some agents don't understand the escalation clause, and we're hearing that. So it's not helping the buyer out. You're going to be paying more because if they don't understand it, they don't know that they can escalate it based on other offers, not just jump way up and you're paying 5-10K over what the other offer was. Where if you work the escalation clause, it can step up and according to what another offer was, and they still have you win the property. So I think that covers everything. But so the good note I wanted to talk about was that I'm hearing from a couple agents just the last day and two that they had listings on the market and they just haven't had as many showings. Now that could be a factor of price. One did say she thought hers was overpriced. The other one I was thinking might be. I mean, I saw the house. It was really pretty. I was surprised that, and I just shown a house right by it. So I knew right where it was, and she was telling me about a comp across the street, so it did seem like it was priced right, and it ended up getting an offer, but it was just that it wasn't the 30 showings a day, the party outside. It was like 5 showings, and then the other one was saying like she had only so many showings, and but she did feel hers was priced too high due to the seller, not the agent. We recommend, and then a lot of times it's the seller that is picking the final price. And the reason so all this is not super negative if you think about it, because I'm talking to an Arizona girl that is looking to come out here. Of course, the one thing that is great about Wichita is the affordable housing. And so she said, she goes, but am I going to have to come out there and go 80,000 over? I'm like, no. So that's the silver lining of this whole video is that, no, you're not going 80K over it. And that 45K that I explained, I mean, that is, that's an anomaly, and you're going to have those, and that's why, I'll tell my buyers, hey, here's what the market is, do what is comfortable for you, because, not every house is their love. Like, if they love a house more, they're going to be more aggressive. If it's like an okay house, they're going to, put only so much in. It's what I tend to see and what I feel, but yeah, it's always up to the buyer, and it's always about what their comfort level is. So yeah, to the Arizona, so hey, we're not going 80K over, we're only like 10 over, 20, and well, you are bringing also extra money for the appraisal gap. I won't go into detail about that, but that does kind of matter right now as well. So anyways, as always, I would love to help you. If you know anybody looking to buy or sell in Wichita and surrounding areas, I work all the areas, Newton, Viola, Rose Hill. Love what I do. So reach out. I'm a local real estate agent, Karen Wright, and hope to meet you down the road. Thanks for watching. Oh, and please subscribe and like if you'd like to see more videos like this. Have a good one.